Hi, students. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for the love and support. Hope you all are great. It's really been a whole lot of discourse online over the election, and this man actually came out. I think he's indigenous or something, telling people that when black women say that they are tired, that they are absolutely tired, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. When they said they are no longer fighting for anybody, they meant it, and they won't be doing that. The fact that people are out there gaslighting them and telling them so many things is just something I do not understand. The reality is that a lot of people are saying that black women or black people are going out to buy this and that and all that, right? And they never meant to boycott anything. Now, I am going to ask you this. What have you boycotted for black people as a person? I know our support for anybody is not transactional, but be sincere with yourself. What have you boycotted for black people? The truth is that black people are moving super forward. They are moving super forward. And the earlier you all understand this, the better for us. You all think it's about to be Christmas, but trust me, it's actually about to be Halloween for some certain people. You all think that you can come out on this app and do whatever you want and say whatever you want. I see a lot of you tagging some videos and see, black people are really tired. Let's get into this video.
I find it hilarious that when black women tell y'all that they're tired and that they will no longer be fighting your battles, that the response from so many of you is the gaslighting outrage, in where you heard them say that they are moving forward anti everything other than black. Because that's not what the fuck they said. What they said was, we are tired of carrying the emotions of others. We are tired of the laborious task of teaching and educating others about racism, about prejudice and bigotry, macroaggressions, microaggressions. We are tired. They said, we are tired of being asked to support other movements and other communities just to be left carrying the movement that we didn't start. And y'all who heard this are mad, upset, offended. Bitch, the Walmart free bin audacity that y'all have. According to the data, according to the numbers, right? Black women were the leading demographic in this election. The leading demographic in making sure that our country did not fall into the hands of someone that will set us back hundreds of years. Black women who are at the front of almost every single disenfranchised, disproportionate policy that affects a community. They literally, when it comes to reproductive rights, and we talk about birthing mortality rates, black women are at the top of the list. When we talk about certain illnesses and cancers and receiving equitable health care or not receiving equitable health care, black women are at the top of the list. When we talk about protections, being heard, when we talk about job security, elevations, promotions that are not being given, black women, usually 9 times out of 10, top of the list, right? But in every single solitary social civil movement, black women show up and carry the burden and the bulk of said movement. And they said to y'all, we're tired. We're not doing it anymore. We done told you what the fuck y'all need to know. You don't listen. And so we're going to go back into our community and do the work we need to do for us. And whatever movements you have, whatever fights you need to fight, y'all can do that on your own. They never said that they were anti-you. They never said that they didn't support you fighting for your rights to exist in the communities you belong to. They just said, we're not going to let you fool us again into making us the backbone of your movement. When the reciprocation of that support, the reciprocation of that fight is never fucking returned. That's what they said. And I'm also not going to let you motherfuckers get on this application and come for black men. I don't give a fuck what somebody told you. The data shows us that black men showed the fuck up and showed the fuck out in this election. Black men and black women were the top two demographics of people voting for true change, voting for equity, but voting for human decency in this motherfucker. And I'm not going to let y'all sit there and then tell you and let you tell anybody that black men did not show up in this election, because they did. The last percentage that I saw was a whopping 81 fucking percent. Now, could it have been more? Black men, could we have done better? Absolutely. But black men showed up in this election. And I'm tired of you motherfuckers spreading misinformation about anything other than what the fuck happened. Boy, what you heard versus what I said is like, that struggle is real amongst so many people. Black women, find you some peace, okay? Get you some rest, okay? Get you a good cocktail. If you don't drink liquor, get you some good lemonade. Get you a little snack, a little pizza, a salad, or whatever it is you want. Just find you some peace and protection. Just because you deserve it. You fucking deserve it.
No, thank you. No, you look like you're a really sweet girl. And I watched the video. I tried to stitch this. My stitch, I don't know, TikTok wouldn't upload it. So I had to do it this way. This works just as fine. It's just as effective. You look like a really sweet girl, but no, thank you. No, we will not. No, absolutely not. Hell no. We don't have the mental and emotional capacity to take anyone else in, because that is what we have been expected to do. That is what we have done for decades, for centuries. We have nurtured and nursed America since its birth, all while simultaneously being the most undervalued, underrepresented, unloved, unseen, unheard, disregarded, neglected species on this planet. We have consistently set our pain aside to open our arms and allow everybody else to pour theirs onto us. We do not have it. Yesterday, many of us cycled through 6 of the 7 stages of grief in one day. We are still cycling through those stages. It's going to take a little bit for us to get to the acceptance stage. And we'll talk about radical acceptance and how you can find meaning, value, and purpose, and how you can be okay with things that you're not okay with later. We are not talking about that today. What I am saying today is no ma'am and no thank you. No. We consistently show up and stand on the front lines for this country, for a country that does not see us, for a country that does not value us, for a country that does not love us. And here we are, expected to do it again. The song that was chosen was Let It All Work Out. Let it work out. Black women, no. No, and I know what a lot of y'all is thinking, you know, a lot of us are angry, and after our anger settles, then it'll be like, oh, well, you know, people need us. Yeah, and they might. But we need us. We need to show up for us. We are done We are done putting everybody else before us because honestly, it's a trauma response. Because we know what it feels to be left out there hanging to dry. And we don't want anybody else to feel that way. Not on our watch. Let it happen. Let it happen. You got to sit in your discomfort. Let them sit with it. Let them figure it out. We are done holding hands. We are done nursing. We are done nurturing them, everybody else. And again, this is to black women, not women of color, because women of color, y'all show us time and time again how y'all feel about black women. We are not the same. Black women, we are going to put our feet up. We are going to take our rest for however many days, months we decide to take our rest. And when we feel rejuvenated enough, we will adjust our crowns and we will do what we do best. But we are going to do it for ourselves. We are no longer allowed to pour into anyone else when our cups are empty. All these white people on here creating content, and I seen it, and they talking about they allies and all of this. Let us sit back and let them go be allies. Let somebody show us that we can trust them. Let somebody take us in. But we will not be the people that everybody expects us to be. No. No. No, thank you. And we not changing our character for nobody else. And we never giving nobody else that power. We're going to redirect our energy. I love you, black woman. I love black women. I love being a black woman. We are the blueprint. But we going to see if people just on here for likes and views, or if they really going to stand on business and be about action. But what we not doing is this. Have a good day, queens. Be well, beloved.
20th. So for all of you out there that are mad at all the black creators that are saying that now they're going to go get a Starbucks, you need to stop. Okay, your privilege is showing and you need to stop. The black creators now have to worry about their own safety and the safety of their families and their communities. And they told you. So cut it out. And next time, use your critical thinking skills. Put on that thinking hat. Be aware of signals.
Why is a white woman telling Arab and Muslims and Palestinians how they should feel about their, their people getting in the thousands? Like, did you lose touch reality? And I wish I could tag her. She has me blocked. Did she miss that her demographic is the one that elected Trump? Like, are we living the same life? But watch it.
We had the perfect candidate for white people, like the white person's perfect candidate. I'm just going to be straight. Former cop, Christian, straight and married, middle class, went to public university for grad school, believes in working families and families, believes in the union, believes in guns, supports the Second Amendment, loves the Constitution, super patriotic, thinks that the government should stay out of our business, believes in that whole privacy thing. Literally the absolute perfect candidate.
She is the perfect candidate for white people, but not for the reason that she mentioned. Although, these reasons were problematic, but she's the perfect candidate for you, so you can absolve yourself from what you have been doing for Native Americans and Black Americans in this continent, for the past centuries. But hey, let's blame Arab and Muslims and Palestinians for not electing the perfect candidate for your demographics. I'm seeing crazy stuff on this app. Crazy stuff. And who said that we are mad about people getting Starbucks and McDonald's? One thing, that they never boycotted in the first place. Second thing, it shows their true colors, especially to us from the global south. For me, someone who grew up in the Middle East, as a North African myself, I'm actually glad that this is happening. Because I have been saying, people from the global south should observe what Americans have behaving. Because now they're turning against the Palestinians. They will turn against every single issue in the global south. This has been my belief since October of last year, because Americans at some point will choose themselves over others. It's how Americans behave. They are self-centered and they think they are the main character because Hollywood made them think this way. And even if they come from marginalized groups, at the end of the day, they are still Americans.
Help me! Help me! I'm trying to find out how much them condos are gonna run, because I know they're gonna be pretty over there in Gaza.
Because here is one thing. America will not be able to do what they are doing to other countries without having some like the same like attitude seep into the society. And even if the society believe that they are good people, because this is how Americans feel about themselves, because their politicians keep saying to them, we are the best, and then turn around and do the most horrible thing to other people in the global south, the inner beliefs will not change because it will need long processes of unlearning. And this is why we have been seeing people celebrating annihilation of other groups, because these inner tendencies have always been there. They just found the right opportunity to come out. So for the other people who are celebrating fascism, I'm saying, like, keep going. We're rooting for you. You're just proving to us in the global south that we are right about you.
Black women don't owe you anything. Let me say that again. Black women do not owe you anything. Where they spend their money, be it Starbucks or McDonald's, Coca-Cola, where black women spend their money is not your business. It is not your business to try to police their solidarity. It is not your place to try to calm them down. Their rage is righteous, much like those of you that didn't vote for Kamala thought your rage was righteous. This is the thing about solidarity. It requires collective understanding of the needs of each party. Donald Trump is a direct threat to those of us with marginalized identities. Now, that might be uncomfortable. It may be a hard pill to swallow, but you didn't make the cause of Palestinians better. You did not make the cause of Palestinians better at all. What you did was stayed silent while people that are non-Palestinian, folks that are not from Gaza, folks that are white leftists on this app, hijack your movement, attack the Vice President of the United States of America, continue to tell people not to vote, not to turn out, emotionally extorted them. And now you're running around having a temper tantrum because you got what you asked for. Trump won. And instead of attacking black women, I offer you the invitation to go come up with a plan. Because those of you on the internet today thinking that attacking black women is a plan, it's not. Black folks are tired. We don't owe you our labor or our voice. None of us wish harm or destruction or unaliving on any people. I have not seen that. What I will say is, you got what you asked for. My grandmother used to say, people got to touch the pot to know it's hot. You've learned that the pot is hot and it had not warmed all the way up yet. On January 20th, when the real show starts, remember, it was leftists on this app that led you down this path. That's why they're running around saying, don't blame us. They're not talking about freeing Palestine. They're saying, don't blame us right now. They're not coming up with a plan. They're attacking black women. They're not coming up with a plan. They're on this app playing games. So my heart is going to always be for the people in Gaza. But insofar as these leftists on this app, I have nothing for you. Leave black women alone. And another thing before I go to bed, these black women eating y'all asses up. Baby, eating y'all up. I grew up in a house with black women. Leave them alone. Some of y'all think y'all gonna emotionally extort these women into doing or saying or acting in the way that y'all want them to. They're not. You done pissed off the right group of people. And here's the interesting thing. You all ain't never been told but no by a black woman. You about to find out today. As I lay down to go to sleep, I am reminded. Youth ages, immaturity is outgrown, and drunkenness sobered, but stupid is forever. And some of y'all just stupid. You all think that after you've made a complete and total mess of something that these black women could go fix it? They're not. It's over for y'all. And I'm not talking about a particular group of people. I'm just talking about anybody that has pissed black women off. They're making a list. They checking it twice. Y'all thought it was going to be Christmas, but it's going to be the second Halloween. But y'all have a good night now.
Black women don't have the space to grieve. Black women don't have the space to be angry online, offline. I know that. I'm a black woman. And I'm one with a mean mug that anytime I say something that I'm passionate about, people question if I'm angry or not, if I'm too aggressive. So stop tagging me in videos of people saying, these are black women being angry. These are black women grieving. Because majority of people are angry and majority of people are grieving too, including me. But let me ask you something. People have tagged me in a video of a woman saying, this is black women grieving the fact that they cannot be a president of the country. The fact that they will not be represented by another black woman like themselves. All valid. I completely understand and empathize with that. And if you're thinking that I'm angry right now, I'm not angry. Like I had to explain that I'm not angry. I am passionate. Here I am doing it to you. But let me ask you something. You guys are tagging me in this video as a means to make me understand why you guys are saying that you guys are going to Starbucks. You guys are going to McDonald's. You guys are saying F Latinos. You guys are saying F indigenous people in America. And okay, let's pin that. You want me to give you the grace and the space so you could be angry and say all of these hateful and xenophobic things, right? But when Rosol came on this app and she said something that was hurtful to you guys, what did you do? When she came on this app clearly crying, clearly looking like she hasn't slept for days, when she had told you that she watched her family members, friends, cities being destroyed, people that she'll never see again, and as an activist where she lives, she was overwhelmed, and she made a video clearly crying, breaking down in tears, where she said in her video that African Americans, especially those in the army, had a part to hold. When she said that we funded this imperialist system by living, and when we joined the army, we funded even harder. When she said these things as she was crying, did you not stand on business? As black women who know that we don't get the space to grieve and be angry and say stuff that maybe later we're like, oh my goodness, we didn't mean it like that. Did you guys give her that space? You might have called her ignorant, but she wasn't xenophobic. You might have called her ignorant, but she wasn't hateful. You might have called her ignorant, but she wasn't racist. But most of you stood in business and you said because of women like Rosol, because of women like Maya, the Palestinian people hate black people. And you shut that shit down mighty fast, and you shut that shit down mighty quick, and you were happy about it. And now you're asking me, the person who watched you do that, to give you that grace that you did not give the women who are seeing their families be bombed and tortured and all of these things for months on end. That's what you're asking me to do, while banning my Haitian brothers and sisters and damning them and saying things like you cannot wait for them to be back in their country. You cannot wait to call ICE on these immigrants. And you want me to give you grace? Well, fuck, what am I, a carpet to walk on?
We know that the opposition, they want to see us cry and they want to see us upset. And really what we're doing is make it move. They really think they interrupted something. And all they did was clear a path for us to just focus on ourselves, invest in ourselves, because there's money to be made. Yeah, and we're going to take advantage of all that. Oh, you're falling into capitalism. No, we're doing what we need to do for ourselves. And we really don't give a damn about what you have to say. That's the strongest and main point. See, when they forgot about us, we never did. Yeah. We have to have several streams of income. That was never going to stop. Y'all have to understand that. When it comes to buying stocks and investing, that's what we're doing. When it comes to buying homes, yeah, that's what we're doing. Investing in property, that's what we're doing. We're going to support ourselves because black women do drive the economy. We have to. You can't say that we didn't tell you. You can't say that we didn't try. This will be a new black era, and I'm honestly scared for everybody else but us.
So this is all I got from this video, and nobody's giving anybody grace or anything. That it's your problem, right? Let people do what they want to do. You all have been toiling and playing with people for so long. I don't care what you all choose to, what you think, or what anybody choose to do, or what anybody don't choose to do. There is a limit to what people can take. You all have been, it looks like some people are on social media, but they don't know what is going on social media. I have been on this app for so long, and all I do is come out here every day, bringing you everything going on, so I understand better. Number one is that I don't care anymore how anybody sees anybody, right? I don't care if you all think black women were angry and they went overboard, or they went underboard, they went side. I don't care. Whatever anybody wants to think, I mean, like, just, it's okay, right? It is okay. Number one is that I will never, ever come out and query anybody and tell anybody, as telling people where to spend money or where not to spend money. That it's nobody. It is not, I'm not in a good space to say it. And for those that think that Black women will come back, or black men will come out later to say democracy. If only you know, I have been doing this video often, like I have done it so many times, more than 30 times, where black women already said that they are not saving any democracy in 2024-25. The best they did to save the democracy was then coming out to give their votes out, right? Which they did. And in the end, you all saw them out. My heart goes out to people that are in Gaza, but I am saying free Congo, free Sudan, free Haiti, free all of them, right? You cannot be on this app and you are being super anti-Black, right? And you are asking Black people to help you out. How do you want them to help you out? Some people, like the young man that says some people think it's going to be Christmas, but you all don't know it's going to be another Halloween. When Black women say they are no longer, it looks like you don't understand. It looks like you don't know Black women, or you are just learning, or you are beginning to understand them. There's meant to what they said, and that it's on period. If you do not like it, you can say whatever you want to say. Some of you, I see some of you, like some people, you know what? One thing I know for sure is that a lot of people are also going to receive, the real goddess or something. She's been on Palestinian business for so long, like helping them, update them on what is going on, right? And what happened? She is getting a dose of her own. And that is also how majority of you will get a dose of your own and all that. Black women do not have, or Black people are not even given there is nothing like grace when it comes to Black people. Anything that got to do with grace is dead when it comes to them, right? But every other person gets grace. Our hearts will always reach out to the people in Gaza. I see a lot of people still doing donation for them, for all these people that are on this app, right? That are on this app. I have nothing to tell them. And if you think because people went to buy, what is it called? Starbucks or Cola and all that, the truth is that majority of you are still drinking all this, even before the boycott and after the boycott. And you all come out on this internet to police somebody or to tell somebody what to do and what not to do. See, when they say they are tired, they are tired. And stop policing anybody. And for those saying that it was a performative, whatever, and they never meant to support us and all that, and they did not mean to even boycott it, what have you ever boycotted for Black people? Let me start with that. You all are so quick to come out on this internet to talk rubbish. What have you boycotted for Black people? Let me start with that. See, what I am not going to do is to question anybody's anger. What I am not going to do is question anybody. See, let people do what people grieve differently. And as you all can see, this is that grieving period. Let them grieve, right? And you cannot F around and think you won't find out. Absolutely. You are definitely going to find out. And also, if we as a community also F up, we will also find out, right? But for those that messed up, let them find out, because this is how you learn. Because if you don't learn, how else would you learn, right? And I am going to say this: let Black people breathe. This is their resting period. And for the white women going around saying that, can we? How did they even say that? How can you people take us back? How are Black people supposed to take you back? Take you back as how? Take you back as what exactly? Because I don't understand it. How are they supposed to take you back? Because the math ain't math, and make it make sense. You already need to get a life, because so far you all have not been doing great, and you expect us to open our arms and come back. See, that pulling this thing shows how you people feel about Black people, Black women, and all that. And nobody's making excuse for you. That's it. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.